Hey there, it's me, Barb. How y'all doing? You know, I always say that, but I really do mean it. Guess where I'm at? Well, I guess you read the title. I'm at Chipotle. And you know, it's funny, but the front of their bags don't have their logo, but there it is on the back. Chipotle. Chipotle. I have never eaten at Chipotle. Now, Debbie, one of our viewers, who was my first viewer, actually, a first subscriber, I think, too, she, outside of my partner, Penny. But anyway, she had recommended to try the chips and guacamole at Chipotle. So here I am. I am what I am. I got the guacamole and the chips, and I was surprised. I thought they would be. So if you go to Chipotle, you know, I'm a baby tongue. You all know that. And I'm Barb. Well, I guess I already said my name. Anyway, but if you recommend something at Chipotle, remember, I've got a baby tongue. Anyway, okay. Well, the chips look good, look fresh. Let me show you. You get quite a few chips in there. And you know what? Uh-oh, where's my receipt? I should have told you it was like $4 and something. Can you hold on a second? You can look at Daisy behind me. I'm going down. Well, I guess you couldn't. I was blocking Daisy. She's asleep and we've had a big day. Let me look for that receipt. Here it is. It was $4.55 for the regular chips and guacamole. Tax was 32 cents, so it was $4.87. For me, I just kind of feel like sometimes you go to a restaurant and you get free chips. Well, you don't get the free guacamole, that's true. But anyway, let's see how it is, because, well, you all look at, can you see my little earrings? Little avocados. Because guacamole has avocado in it. Anyway, in avocado colors for St. Patrick's Day, but that's long gone. Anyway, got some onions in there. And that's okay. I'm not a big onion eater. I used to not eat onions at all. Well, that's not true. When I was in my 20s, I ate French onion soup all the time. I think I've told you that. But then it kind of started reacting on me, if you know what I mean. So I stopped, and then I just started up again with cooked onions. But let's give this a whirl. I didn't show it to you, but you know, it's, there you go. Let me take this out. I just pulled that in there, but I don't need that much on a little chip. Excuse me. Oh, it's a little salty. Oh no, it's the chip that's salty, not the guacamole. I was gonna say the guacamole was a little salty. Woohoo! I tell you what, this is wonderful. I tell you what, there is never enough guacamole in regards to me, you know, when they serve them. Now, I have to tell you, the chips taste a little greasy. Let me just eat a chip by itself. No, it doesn't taste greasy. I'm wrong. Sorry. But a little bit. But a little saltier than I'm used to. Well, let me put my finger in here. Guacamole's good. Check. Well, you know, if this was a hot day, it's not a hot day. If this was a hot day, sometimes when it's really hot, I really need some salt, and then I don't even taste the salt. And believe it or not, I'm not a real big salt person. Maybe on popcorn, but even then, yeah, it's a little too salty for me. Yeah, the chips are really salty. Woo! For me, Debbie loves them. But it's a nice snack. You know, you just want a little something to tide you over, or you ate a lot at work for some kind of conference or something, and you just want a little something. It's a nice little treat. You all, I was thinking, do you know that old phrase? I love this phrase. Women complain about men, but who raises them? I love that phrase, you know. And I was thinking about that. For me, did you have to do chores as a child, or did you have like allowances. We had to do chores, but then we got allowance. But but I don't know how much it was. But I know I was the youngest of 5, so and there's good age difference. I don't know if it was 7 or 9 years. I can't remember. Anyway, so it was different, and of course, money was different then too. I mean, you could get a Snickers bar that's like now $1, $1.25, $1.50. Then was like a nickel or 15 cents or something. I can't remember. Anyway, it just doesn't matter. But we had to, I think it's great to have chores. Like this was my big thing. I can't remember. I think I was 6 and I started ironing. Of course, I was supervised, and I really wanted to learn how to iron shirts. But I had to start with the pillowcases. Now, that was back before permanent press. Now we have permanent press, and I don't know if people even understand that, some of you that are watching. But our shirts and things it's called, some kind of treatment on our shirts so that they don't get wrinkly. But back in the day, in the early 60s, you didn't have permanent press shirts or permanent press pants. So you had to iron everything. So and you didn't have permanent press pillowcases. So I started with ironing pillowcases, and that got real good at that. And then I graduated, and I remember I don't know how old I was when I graduated to shirts, because that was very involved. And to this day, I don't mind ironing. Like I have a lot of gauze. I know this might be boring. I'm sorry. I have a lot of gauze shirts and pants for the summer and capris, and those have to be ironed usually. I guess you don't really have to. I haven't thought about it. Look at my little Daisy. Isn't she? I tell you all, she gets sweeter and sweeter. I tell you, she's just the sweetest little thing. Oh my goodness. I mean, she's just so sweet. Oh, and she's so sweet. She doesn't want to bother anybody. And I'm like, honey, you got to go poo-poo at night. Tell us. Anyway. She's so sweet. We've gotten blessed with her. She just turned 8. She had her birthday party. And I gotta get that together. I should post that too. I'm sorry, you all. I've gone through a lull. And this happened last year in April. Well, it's May now. But for 2-3 weeks there. And now I'm getting back on the boat. So I'll gotta go back at some of my stuff. I might pop something up on a Sunday or a Saturday of something from whenever. You want me to tell you a true confession? I don't think Penny will watch this. She hasn't been watching them. Is that I did have a little Easter video, but there was a spot on the floor that was dirty. We don't know where it came from. Probably when Daisy was rolling in the mud one time. And it showed in the camera, and Penny's like, we can't let people see that. But I tell you, what it did? She had noticed it. She said, and she went to the laundromat. It motivated her to go to the laundromat and wash everything. I mean, the rugs and the dog beds. Of course, we, wash everything all the time. But we had to go to the laundromat for that stuff. So I put it on my Instagram only for like a couple hours, and a couple people saw it. And then I took it down because, Penny's my partner, and she lives there too. She doesn't want something shown. I'm not going to show it. I think only one person saw it, and that's an old friend of mine. Way back, Woodson days. That's Camp Woodson. That was in 1987, I think. To 89, maybe 90, I can't remember. But anyway, what was I going to tell you? Oh, chores. But my brother, he was a year older than me, and he learned how to wash clothes in the for the washing machine. And I just feel like, when somebody goes to college, they don't know how to wash their clothes, they don't know how to make their bed. I think that's a disservice. I mean, it takes a lot of energy to teach a child how to make their bed or how to do chores, sweeping. And then, but one thing I do remember is when I had to vacuum the living room. We had a pretty big living room. We had a ranch-styled house. And I was so proud of my vacuum, and my father would come behind me and re-vacuum. I tell you, that just would upset me. But I never said anything. And And but I found when I was a supervisor, I tended to do things like that. That's not good. Don't do that, you all. Just leave it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's easy for me to say now. I'm not working. Ooh. Oh, the bottom line is none of us are perfect. I mean, sometimes, there are times in your life where you feel like you have it pretty well together, but there's always stuff to work on, isn't there? I mean, there are a lot of things I need to work on. I just lose my energy. I've never lost my energy before. The other day, I said, boy, am I tired. I'm tired. And finally I just said, and I never take naps. I said, I'm going to take a nap. I slept for 4 hours. I guess I needed it. These chips are a bit too salty for me. I'm going to be honest with you. So I like going to a restaurant with those fresh chips. I mean, these are pretty darn fresh. Guacamole's nice. Not going to even rate them. It's just a fun little thing. I mean, 1 out of 10. Okay, here I go. No, I don't want to rate them. Well, I don't want to hurt Debbie's feelings. Debbie, I'm sorry. But the chips for me, they're like they're just too salty for me. So for me, they would probably be a 4, maybe a 5, maybe a 6. No, it's a 4. I want it to be a 6. Guacamole is fine. Anyway, I just like talking to you all. And, I never know what sometimes if I have an idea, I might write it down and then I'll lose the paper and I don't know where it's at, or, because some days I just feel like I don't feel like talking. Well, then I usually don't vlog. I'm going to burp. It just came out. Anyway, you all, this is a shorty but torty. I think Chipotle has always been a nice looking restaurant. I wish they had drive-through, but they don't. And that's why I think during COVID I didn't go in. I was going to. Oh, I know what it was. You had to use the app to order, and you couldn't order in the store. And then we couldn't get through on the app, and we were with some other people outside, and they couldn't get the app working. What a time it was for COVID, wasn't it? That was quite a time. And still some people are getting sick from it, and still some people are actually dying from it. But the numbers are so very low. But apparently, Penny had told me everybody's not reporting now, but I trust the situation. I think we're all pretty well good. I hope so. But I heard that, I don't know if you all know, but there is another booster. And it's come out that, I don't know if it's for 65 and older or what. You'd have to check. But you may not believe in it, and that's your thing, and whatever. Listen, 2 years ago, I had pneumonia. You don't mess with them lungs, I tell you. I was just like... I mean, it was scary. Well, let me see. It was 2 years ago because it was before I'd had this channel. I had lost so much weight. I've gained almost it all back. I'm sorry. You could tell from here. But you know what? I get tired of working on that kind of stuff, and I just rebel. So, whatever. Well, listen, it's been nice chatting with you. I could go on and, about nothing, but I hope you're doing okay. If you're not, hang in there and try to be kind to yourself. Ask that little kid inside you what they need or what they want. When I was really struggling one time, I asked, and it would be like, I want a milkshake, or I want a stuffed animal, and I just go do it. I mean, it's kind of like we have to take care of our little girl inside of us. I've always told people, you turn 18 and no blaming and shaming. You got to stop that blaming and shaming of your parents and everybody. We've all been dealt a pack of cards, and it's how you play them. You got to know when to hold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You got to count your money. You remember that song? Anyway, you all take it easy. Take sweet care of yourselves, all right? Take care, and until the next time, tally-ho.